rebounding. He had some really, really key. They had like 2 or 3, I think, in a row offensive rebounds that hurt us. Where I think Bain even made, he missed a couple of ones. He had chances to rebound. He knocked down that third one. Like, he had opportunities. And again, who knows what's going to happen coming down the floor on the offensive end. But like, I thought we did a good job physically because they're a big, strong physical team for the most part. But I thought those 3 or so, it was 3. There was certainly 2 right in a row that went right back. And there was another one where I think it may have been Suggs or Wendell Carter kind of went over the top and grabbed it and dunked it back in. Like those ones I thought hurt because I felt like we were, finding a way to manufacture enough points. But those rebounds could have at least maybe helped us build the lead out a little bit. And that I thought, in particular, that stretch there hurts.
How disappointed were you with you guys jump up 15 in the third with like 6 minutes left, and then they just punch, and now all of a sudden all that work you guys did is kind of wasted.
Yeah, I mean, it started the fourth. I think it was tied, maybe 83 all, 85 all, and we got up 15. And I listen, we're gonna have some young guys out there. I tried to as best I could. Really in the whole fourth quarter, we just went with 6 guys, and just try to keep guys as fresh as possible. I don't know. I don't look at all the minutes, but I'd imagine for a team playing as fast as Orlando has played, and the way we're trying to play, there's probably several guys that have probably absorbed way too many minutes. Just trying to keep them somewhat fresh in the fourth quarter because I told we run out of gas.
To the point of the rebound, it felt like almost every time I recall was because they either rebounded a missed free throw or the possessions you were talking about. In some ways, does it feel like you keep losing the same game?
Well, I think I said beforehand. A lot of times it's not about Mr. making shots. It's about all the other stuff. I give Io credit. It was a blocking call. We tried to put his body in and try to take a charge. They came over the back several times and offensive rebounding. It came in physically. There was a lot of plays like that, and I thought for the most part we showed some good fight in those areas. But yeah, I mean we're going to have to make the jump. This is a team that's obviously has been playing very, very well with an injury to a key player. They're big, strong, physical. They get to the free throw line. They offensive rebound and they play fast. So that's got nothing to do with shooting. That's got everything to do with the physical component of the game. And I thought for the most part, we did a good job. I thought we did a good job. We had those positions I mentioned to Joe that we did a good job on. But yeah, well, I mean, our margins on the air, we can't allow that. We don't have the margins to do that. In a game like that, especially with the number of guys that we have out. And again, I think the guys on the bench did a good job competing and playing. Like Julian had a couple of really, really timely offensive rebounds, tip dunk. Like there were some really good things that happened on the glass for us offensively. We got extra possessions on that, and that's what I think a lot of these younger guys need to understand, that those are the things that really ultimately impact me. Those winning kind of plays.
Any update on Kevin?
Growing. Not sure which way to go.
Joel mentioned a couple of those rebounds on free throws, the offensive rebounds that were allowed, and those seem less like physicality being more like that's just a mental blip. How do you coach players through that? Do you think it's an exhaustion thing, or where do you think that's coming from?
No, I mean, I don't think it's an exhaustion thing at all, and I don't think it's necessarily a mental thing. I think what ends up happening is, and maybe it could be mental from what you're talking about, there is an expectation that the ball's just going to go in, and it doesn't. You don't really block and check out, like you need to. And we had a couple of those tonight, quite honestly, and those things add up. I think if you look at NBA games and then, margins on teams, like the margins are really thin, they're really small, and you just can't have that. We had several. I think Trey. I think he's okay, but he tweaked his ankle a little bit. Like he's really physically trying to block out. I mean, that's ultimately what happens in these situations. And we got to be better there at the free throw line. We had a couple of mishaps there. We got wedged. Quite honestly, they're taking us and they're kind of driving us underneath the rim, and we've got to be able to kind of get first a little bit. And when that happens, rebound, you're going to get someone coming out of the net.
For as much as we talked about physicality in the glass and this being sort of the reason you guys lost games, do you feel like you and your staff have sort of exhausted that message to the point like there's not really much more you can say about it?
always going to talk about those things all the time. You know, it's not like they did a really good job tonight in a lot of areas. I thought we made like significant growth. Now we didn't win the game, and I was disappointed with the fouling part, the free throw line, but like Modest went vertical at the rim. Guys were stepping in and trying to take charges. Like they're doing it. But there are, you know, challenges for us physically, being young, being somewhat long or wiry, you know, like Modest, this is all new for him, you know, so I think they're trying really, really hard in a lot of ways, doing a really, really good job. It's just not good enough to get wins, you know, and that's what we're here to do. There's no like moral victories. I'm not trying to paint it that way. I'm not about that at all. But I mean, to your point, I mean, when we didn't block out the free throw line, I immediately called the timeout. Like, we're not doing that. That's going to get us beat. But I think that they are trying. I think they are trying to do those things. And I'll be anxious to see the plays on Wendell Carter and Suggs and a couple of those guys flying in. You know, did we legitimately focus and turn and block out, or were we just physically overpowered, you know, in that situation? The Wendell Carter one was hard for me to look at. I don't know who was, maybe I think Modest may have been down with somebody else, but he grabbed the rebound and he dunked it back in. Like, I want to see how hard, do we try to block out or not? You know, it's the attention to detail and those kind of things. And we're not going to be perfect. There's so many possessions, but I definitely feel like they're trying. I don't think there's any question about that. I mean, we went from 28th or 29th in the league last year in charges, and we're up in one of the league leaders. I mean, we're trying to do the things physically, you know, and I do see us being better at the point where teams are driving right through us and taking layups. I don't necessarily see that happening. Just the reality is it's not been good enough to get us over 1 games, and we got to be better. You know, we've got to be better.